There is a storm inside you. It doesn't rage, it endures. You walk into a room and the air thickens, not because you speak loudly, but because your silence carries weight, because your presence speaks a language most have never learned to understand. And when they do not understand, they fear. When they cannot match your depth, they retreat. This is not arrogance. It is the burden of becoming what others have not dared to become, a soul forged in fire. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The mind adapted to Stoicism is like a fortress. No wind can shake it." But that kind of mind, that kind of aura, it frightens people, it intimidates, and often it isolates. Yet we would not trade it for anything, because power like this does not come from the world. It comes from within. Here are 13 signs that your aura is too powerful for most people to handle, and how Stoicism reveals the path that led you here. 1. You do not react, you respond. In a world addicted to outrage, your calm unnerves people. They don't understand how you can be betrayed and yet remain still, how you hear lies but do not argue. They crave reaction, but you give them reason. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." To most, this is a nice quote. To you, it's blood in your veins. When emotions rise, you do not explode, you breathe. You command yourself, because that's the first victory of a Stoic warrior over the self. 2. Your solitude feels like strength, not absence. People flee silence. They fear being alone with their thoughts because they have never ruled them. But your solitude is a sanctuary, not a sentence. You walk alone, not because no one walks with you, but because you do not need to be followed. Seneca reminds us, "He who is brave is free." And who is freer than the one who needs nothing outside themselves to feel whole? Those who seek validation cannot understand those who have buried that need. Your aura reflects sovereignty, and sovereignty often looks like distance. 3. You are unmoved by praise and unshaken by criticism. They cannot control you, because you know that the crowd is unstable. One moment they raise you up, the next they burn you down. So you remain anchored, unbothered, unyielding. Aurelius warned us, "The approval of the crowd means nothing if your conscience disapproves." You've tasted that truth. You've outgrown the need to please. And those who still hunger for applause feel exposed by your contentment without it. 4. You carry a stillness that exposes chaos in others. Your calm is not passive. It is discipline. It is forged in fire, sleepless nights, quiet reflection, brutal honesty. And when you speak with calm, you mirror back the restlessness in others. They see themselves, and many cannot bear that mirror. This is the paradox of a Stoic aura. It heals and hurts depending on who receives it. 5. You do not chase. You attract. You don't pursue people. You don't beg for attention. You stand still and gravity does the rest. Why? Because you've cultivated inner abundance. You no longer chase what you lack, you become it. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, lost everything in a shipwreck and discovered philosophy. He did not chase a new fortune. He became one. So too, when we stop chasing, we begin to generate. 6. You see the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Wishful thinkers are uncomfortable around realists. You don't romanticize failure. you don't lie to yourself to feel better. You say, "This is difficult, this is harsh, but it is real, and I will rise to meet it." That kind of truth burns. Stoicism is not optimism, it is not pessimism. It is clarity. And clarity is painful for those still addicted to illusion. 7. Your discipline exposes others' excuses. You wake early. You train your mind. You endure hardship with grace. To some, that's impressive. To others, it's offensive because it highlights what they refuse to do. Discipline is not loud, but it is confronting. Your aura doesn't boast. It simply reminds others of what they've left undone. And many will resent you for that. 8. You have mastered the art of emotional transmutation. Pain does not destroy you. It refines you. Fear doesn't paralyze you. It directs you. Anger, you use it to build, not destroy. This is the secret code of Stoic power. To feel deeply, but choose your response. To suffer and yet remain free. Nietzsche echoed this when he said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." You have found your why. That's why the storms cannot touch you. 9. You speak with precision, not volume. In debates, you don't raise your voice. You raise your standards. Your words are weapons, but you sheath them unless truly necessary. Because you've learned that restraint is more powerful than retaliation. Like Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." So you speak less. But when you do, your words cut clean through illusion. 10. You are comfortable being misunderstood. You've learned that most people only see through the lens of their own pain. So when they twist your words, doubt your silence, or label your stillness as coldness, you don't react. Because you understand, it is not your job to be understood. It is your job to be true. And that truth has made you formidable. 11. You are driven by purpose, not emotion. You don't act on mood, you act on mission. Your days are not dictated by how you feel. They are shaped by what you've committed to. That scares people, because most live at the mercy of emotion. They are leaves in the wind. But you are the mountain. Epictetus wrote, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." You live that creed. And your consistency in a world of chaos makes you rare and threatening. 12. You refuse to be a victim. Yes, life has hurt you, but you do not advertise your scars. You've transmuted them into strength. You are not looking for sympathy. You are building something greater than comfort, character. Victimhood seeks pity. But you seek power, the power over your own soul. And those who thrive on blame cannot understand those who've outgrown it. 13. You live by virtue, not validation. The world is loud. Everyone wants to be seen, heard, validated. But you follow a quieter compass, virtue. Wisdom, justice, courage, temperance. These are not fashionable, but they are eternal. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire on earth, yet wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live according to nature." You have begun. You are living the philosophy. And in doing so, your aura terrifies those who haven't. Because you are what they could be, if only they chose the harder path. So if people pull away, if they call you intense, intimidating, too much to handle, good. It means you are walking the road of the Stoic, the lonely path, the powerful path, the unshakable path. But we do not walk it to be feared. We walk it to be free. And in that freedom, we become the kind of presence that changes rooms, not with noise, but with substance. So let them stare, let them whisper, let them fear, while they drown in emotions they never learn to command. You will be the lighthouse, a storm, with a soul